What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we have to talk about this Lamar Jackson backlash that he's getting for not playing in the playoffs, even though he's injured, and the fact that he didn't travel to the last game. Everybody's saying like he's boycotting, but he was actually sick, according to RG3, and reports this out there. So a lot of people are saying that he didn't play and he's faking the severity of the injury, but there's evidence that he's not 100%. And I find it odd that people's mad about this. Even say he wasn't sick and he just he wants to make sure he's 100% before he steps on the field again. Would he be wrong for that? Especially with how with how they've handled this whole contract thing. He didn't get paid what he thought was market value. Would I go out there and risk myself for a team that already showed me that they probably don't think I'm worth what I think, despite us getting to the playoffs, with me all the time and won an MVP, all these things, right? But I can't get paid. So, man, look, I'm going to play you what Vick said, and then I'm going to show you what RG3 said. RG3 was very emotional in his response, because you remember how RG3 basically ended his career getting back out there too quick. And then Marcellus Wiley has chimed in on it as well, man. Check it out.
Yes, and look, I'm hearing grumblings from a handful of folks there that their teammates that feel like his process has been slower than expected. I just don't like it. The team's more important right now than you. And we appreciate the information on your injury status. You're not playing. I get it. I don't see this player back in Baltimore next year.
Oh, wow.
And I think he'll end up with another club.
Yeah, I look at it, if this team was, 2-15, I could see him not coming back and trying to finish out the season. It just seems that, we all play this game to try to win a Super Bowl. Like, that's the main goal. And if you have a team that's good enough to get to the playoffs, and
you guys, we're not having this conversation. That contract.
But you're not having
you're 3 games.
I understand.
Away.
He's playing the game. I don't know if I would have the balls to do it. I'm being real honest with you. To sit out. But kudos to him. I mean, he's about his business. He figures they don't want to pay him. So,
but Coach say, like you just said, it's the playoffs, man. You 3 games away. Put a brace on it. Get it going.
And look,
put a brace on it. Let's go.
Well, it's hard to say that though.
Right. We don't know if
really
he's not
hurt. I don't know the extent of his injury.
I played the whole season on a sprained MCL, so
yeah, I understand if he's not ready.
Whole season.
But with a lower body injury, he's going to be up in the press box. He's not going to be on the field for me.
Charles,
I talked to people in the building today, and this relationship is salvageable. The reason Lamar Jackson didn't travel to the football game was because he was sick. They diagnosed him, said that he was sick. He didn't go on the trip. Now, he has traveled at other times this year to away games, but he's also stayed behind at times so that he can get extra rehab in.
So did you hear that? RG3 is basically saying at times, yeah, he's traveled with the teams, but he stayed behind to get extra rehab, to try to get back out on the field. So why are we not talking about that the same way? And I ain't saying I know some of y'all feel the way I do, but why is the media not pushing that narrative about it? See, what they try to do is they try not to pay you and then kill your character so the next team won't pay you. That's ridiculous, man. But continue, RG3.
So this narrative about Lamar Jackson that people are weaponizing, saying he didn't go out there on the field because he wasn't wanting to put on the line for his teammates, or he wants a new contract. I just feel like that's wrong.
Well, what about this comment that you just tweet? I mean, how do you make of that then?
Yeah, I mean, what's
he saying?
What Lamar? I can't speak for Lamar Jackson, but what I can say,
he can speak for himself. He says you don't appreciate me.
But I don't think that's what he's saying. What he's saying is, listen, he's not healthy. That's the bottom line. You just listened to Marlon Humphrey talk about how Lamar's limping around the facility. He's not healthy enough to go play. So people weaponizing that and trying to make it about something else, I just feel is wrong.
And why are people trying to make this Super Bowl the most important thing, and he hasn't been paid? Even say if he won it and he gets banged up even worse in the process, is that going to help his prospects financially going forward? Are they going to say, oh, you won the Super Bowl, but oh, he just tore his ACL on the way to doing it. Oh, he got hurt in the championship game, so thanks for the Super Bowl, but we ain't going to have to pay him.
It will be that there's a feeling amongst people across the league, which there is, that he's boycotting them. There is that feeling that's out there, whether it's right or wrong. And he can be hurt, and they can believe that there are other motives. Both can be right. He's posting messages like that.
Yes, they both can't be right.
They can't both be right. Why not?
They can't both be right. Listen, if Lamar had a contract, would anybody be up here saying he's boycotting and not playing?
Well,
no, they would say he's hurt.
Correct.
And he's not playing the football game. Lamar Jackson has a grade 2 PCL.
Why is everything about Lamar that's coming from Lamar is saying I'm not happy? I'm being neglected.
That's saying I'm not healthy.
I'm being neglected.
He's saying that I'm not healthy.
You see, RG3 tried to even show him, like, no, it's saying I'm not healthy. This dude's trying to make it all about him boycotting, as if it would be a bad thing, wanting his money, not going on the field. I mean, they just want the narrative to be that he's a selfish quarterback and I don't want him on my team. He's not about the team. That's what they're trying to put on this man, and he's trying to get contracts, whether it's with the Ravens or not. He's trying to get his max dollar, and you trying to put that on that man right now. Ridiculous.
He's saying I'm not.
And that message
he's saying
right there,
I'm being neglected.
What I see is
and you should appreciate me. And if you
don't,
don't, I might not be able to help you.
Guys, I've got the personal experience of playing with no ACL and no LCL. I went out there, put it on the line for my brothers and the team. No one was there to tell me, hey, you can't do this. It's not confusing that. He's hurt.
We believe that he's hurt.
Yes.
Why is he adding fuel to the fire? We understand he's hurt. We stipulate to that fact.
He's adding fuel
Why
to the
is
fire.
he adding to the fire?
Go ahead, Boog.
That's your point. He's hurt. Nobody's disputing the fact that he's hurt. The problem is this, is when you put that message out there that basically says, I'm not appreciated. Now, the underlying factor is the contract. Okay, we all know he wants to be paid. We all know, to your point, if he had a contract, maybe he would try to play. We all know that. I've never seen a franchise and a franchise quarterback that wanted to be together treat each other the way that these two are treating each other. And I think that's the biggest issue. You have a Ravens franchise that's kind of saying passive-aggressive things. You have a quarterback that's tweeting passive-aggressive things. And we're left to decipher the difference. And I know you talk to people in the building, but for people like us who don't talk to him, it looks as if the franchise doesn't want him, and he's looking at that saying, you know what, if you don't want me, I don't want to be there either. That's the way we perceive it on the outside.
I can understand that part of it, Booger, but having talked to Lamar and people inside the organization, what I'm saying is that the relationship is salvageable.
Damn, going through that roller coaster, man. People, they talk trash about it. If you listen to the crowd, if you listen to the chorus, oh, man, you ain't about to do that. You about to just take the safe route. Yes, sir. This is cool. This is good money. Whatever you offering, I'll be eating that. Thank you. You know what I mean? Instead of the real, which is like, dog, give me what I deserve. Stop playing. When the hell you gonna put up in here gonna do what I do? Nobody. So I love the fact that he's betting on himself, and he really can't lose. 160, if that's losing, tell me what winning looks like. All that said, I think I summed that story up by saying this. Lamar, listen to yourself. Listen to that inner power, that inner voice, the God in you. Because people out here, man, they think they know what's best, but everybody wants to go to the parade, but nobody wants to build the floats. This is time to build a float. Lamar Jackson right now, hammer, nail, wood, paper mache. Everybody wants to go to the parade. Lamar made $300 million. Lamar got paid. But the process of getting that, nobody wants to build them floats.
So much to unpack right there, man. Michael Vick, I was kind of disappointed in him, someone what organization has reached out for Michael Vick to come back and be a part of their organization and represent the organization that he's played for? And I'll wait on that answer. To hear RG3 stick up for him like that and had gone through something similar is, that's very big of him. I really like that he said that. It's not about, okay, you can play the game that you love and you can want to be out there on the field, but at this point, when it comes time to monetize what you've worked your whole life for, and you're waiting for that second contract. I mean, who's not waiting for that second contract? And so when you get to that point and you've earned it, you got the credentials to back up what you're asking for, and you haven't received those yet, it's okay that sometimes you may do a little more if you were compensated than you're going to do while you're still waiting. You know, they're waiting to pay, so you need to wait to play, especially if you're injured. I ain't saying don't go out there if you're 100%, but if you're injured and your stock is still high and you know somebody will pay you what you're worth, then hey, sit that thing out, get back 100%, and just play it that way. Play it by ear. They're playing it by ear with you. They're looking at your production. What if he gone out there and not look good in the playoffs? What if he played in that game? You know what I'm saying? What he goes out there and they use his bad performance to justify their position on why they haven't paid him. You see what I'm saying? That can work against them. That don't always work for you to go out there and be the Iron Man, especially when you're doing business. Your body is what gets you paid. You know, so if one team's not valuing it, then hey, like I said, you got to play it by ear and do what you feel is best. I'm not saying there's one right answer to it. Somebody else might have went out there and played because the championship may be the most important thing to them. But Lamar Jackson's trying to get his money, man. And so to hear Michael Vick talk like that, it annoyed me a little bit to hear that from him because I thought he'd have a different take. Marcellus Wiley, I believe he spoke intelligently about it. RG3 obviously was emotional because his career ended for going out there putting it all on the line for his brothers. So look, man, that sounds cute and that sounds good, but if the business ain't adding up, nah. And on top of that, it's not like the NBA. So even when he signs what he thinks he's worth, it's not all guaranteed money. He's not going to get all guaranteed money. So can I at least get that part of the contract that I'm guaranteed? You know what I'm saying? That is wild to me that people are even questioning this. I mean, of course, there's a unsettled feeling around the organization, his relationship with the team, obviously. If you do your job and somebody's promising you a raise, and you've been going over and beyond, you've exceeded expectations, you're doing much better than your peers, and then all your peers get a raise, and you don't get your raise, what you gonna feel like? You gonna be ticked off. So this is what this man's feeling right now. So, hey, I think he's doing a good job handling it. He's a young man, and maybe some things he might jump out the window, or he might speak on something that he should hold on the inside and play chess with him. But all in all, I think he's doing a great job. And RG3 having the inside track, he's sitting there telling him like, yeah, sometimes he stays back in rehab. Sometimes he does this, sometimes he does that. And dude still don't want to buy it, man. But hey, I don't know, man. Would y'all play or would y'all sit out? I would sit out and make sure I'm 100%, to be honest with you. That's just the route I'm going to take. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments, man. Hit me up. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.